Hi, in this video, I'm going to talk about automatic switching of databases depending on the context of the question. So I'm going to show that by going to SQL. So I'm going to go to my local SQL installation here and I'm going to ask a question. So right now it's only connected to the SQL Server, so I have a few databases on it. I'm going to ask how many artists are there in the data. So the hope here is that it's going to find the right database. So here it found Chinook, which has, I'm asking about artists, so that has a table called artists, and maybe there's some additional context provided in the schema file about what this database is about. So okay, so 275 artists. Okay, so that's good. Now I'm going to ask a different question. Give me a model to classify the iris flower. So here I'm asking about a different database, and the hope is that, okay, so here we see, so with the SQL Server, it was able to figure out that I'm asking about this database, and there's a table called iris in it, and gives me the code that will execute on that data. So of course, this is not happening automatically right now. You have to provide a schema behind the scenes. So there's, on the download page for VerbaGPT, there's instructions on how you can do that. But the idea here is that once that is done, and of course someone has to do it that has the knowledge of the databases, and let's say you're part of an organization, like somebody in the organization does that, then it becomes possible to ask questions and get the right, those questions are routed to the right place by the LLM. This is still very early, so I like talking about limitations at the end of these videos. So just like this works, but it's not going to work all of the time. I think, of course, it requires somebody to give good context in the schema. But even then, the LLM can get confused about things and may not always understand the user intent. So, still early days of this technology. The hope is in the future it'll get better, and then it might become, a little bit more magical, where you just ask a question and it's able to figure out of all the resources available and what's the best one to answer that question from in terms of the databases. All right, that's it for now, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.